I realised I'd left Lottie's competition winning sunrise photograph. I realised I'd left that off, and I'd been waffling on about wrapping presents in thrice used wrapping paper because I'm such a, well, it's a combination of things. Not wanting to buy loads of stuff all the time, and not because of the cost, just because it's unnecessary, and the fact that some of the wrapping paper is foil and it'll break down in maybe a decade, maybe more. So I don't want to fill the land with my rubbish, so we just keep recycling the wrapping paper, and eventually it'll be too tatty or too small to be used. Come on then, what's up? Today I'm visiting a friend, and we'll see what happens. What else happens? Oh, and there's also, that's what I needed to say. At the end of my video, there's some footage of a purple structure, which is the bridge I drive over every week on my way home from knitting, and I managed to film a bit. So that's at the end. See you later. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. When the tide's coming in, I think it's every 5th or 6th wave is longer, is a bigger wave. Or it might be anywhere. Some big waves out there. It's just come all the way up the beach. Oh God. Got your doggies. Got me doggies. They're alright. Look at how much it left us with. God. If I'd have been over there, I'd have got soaked then. So I had to run. So there's going to be some footage of some iridescent clouds. That was yesterday when it was stormy, which they were fabulous. So that's next. That's catching that. I am a sky-gazing stitchaholic. Storm Pier hasn't made the sea very rough, but it's made the sky beautiful. And it's made this dog a little bit playful. By the wind, Lottie. Be brave! Come on! Roxy! What's she doing? Dirty Gertie. Gertie! She looked up and I said, Gertie. Come on then. Morning, sheep. I've just had a there's the North York Moors, there's Roseberry Topping, if you can see the little peak one. This is a bit of impromptu filming because we had to do a repair on the van, and there's a pipe that's blown off as I was driving along, and thank goodness it wasn't a tyre. I thought I'd blown a tyre, and then I realised what it was, so I've got to try and tighten this pipe back on. Now I'll show you what we did. There's some tiny little bolts. There's a silver one right through and right dead in the middle of my screen. Well, there's like 4 of them, and the only reason I know what's come off is because Tim couldn't get his hands in there. And we had to get these pipes out of the way, and this one here has come off, so that's my job before I go any further, or it'll overheat, I think.
Whee! Morning! I've got another thing to show you. Bellica yarns is this yarn that I bought off probably the second stall. And they were near Ducky Darlings when you went in. They had a good spot. Another unusual colourway, which is why I bought it. There's unusual and then there's like not so great unusual, isn't there? I don't quite know what I'm going to do with it, but I did buy this to complement it from the same stall. To get them the right way around. Which I kind of think it does. So they're all 75 merino, 25 nylon, but I won't be making socks with them. Well, I shouldn't think so. Colourway doesn't actually say anything on that one. Cool hand wash, doesn't say any colourway on that. So it might be that, you know, it probably is really difficult to reproduce a colourway exactly. So they may be one-offs. I'm not quite sure. They're nice and soft. I do knit socks occasionally, but I like to use Regia or Opal or that kind of a sock yarn. Sort of a... These are more far too luxurious to be putting on your feet. And the colours are far too interesting to hide in your shoes, as far as I'm concerned. I do wear shawls, so if I was to make a shawl, I mean, you can have as many shawls as you like, can't you? I've even got tags that I can recycle. That doesn't say Tim on it, but I have a box full. Because it's just easier than going shopping and buying it all. Spending like £2 and £3 on gift tags that are like tiny little squares of card or paper. I mean, every year I look through my Christmas cards and see if there's any that I can cut up and make a nice tag out of. I know it's probably old-fashioned. It's probably really old-fashioned, but I'm not a massive consumer. That's Poppy. She loves it when you're round here doing something. She's very quiet. She was noisy on one of my other videos because Tim was in the room. When Tim's in the room, that's when she winds up. So she's quiet now, aren't you, Poppy? Just having a little preen. Poppy, what are you doing? Oi! When I cut fabric, she goes, oh, hello, Roxy. We getting jealous? Roxy's needy, aren't you? You're quite a needy dog. Yeah. And when Emily brought a guinea pig down when it was still living, Lottie went to lick it, didn't she? And what did you do? She tried to eat it. Didn't you? But when Poppy's out, you're quite friendly, aren't you? And Lottie just stares and stares and stares, and Lottie would eat it if she could. So she's a bird dog and you're a little fairy's dog. Yeah? Is that right? Oh, nice. I have to wrap presents before your dad comes in. I do. And I have liberated myself this Christmas by not knitting any gifts for anybody. I also liberated myself by saying I'm not doing vlogmas, but I have done it. But it's been at my own pace, like every other day or so. So that's good as well. Why flog it? Nobody wants to watch me huffing and puffing, do they? And it doesn't have to be completely Christmassy, does it? It's really just a wind up of the year. And yesterday I was sat about thinking I had loads of time and nothing to do, and then I realised I hadn't wrapped any presents. So I'm going to get on and do these, and I'll see you later.